Well, the semifinals are set, and these quarterfinal games were spectacular. Couple games went down to the final horn, and a couple other ones were close throughout the course of the game. Connors State and Daytona State is going to be our headliner. Can the Cowboys continue dancing, or will their cardiac magic disappear? Let's go ahead and discuss that right now. Like I said, Connors State took on Daytona State in the first quarterfinal of the day, and it was a really back and forth affair the entire game. Daytona State led 30-25 at the break, and they extended their lead even further in the second half. However, with about 5 minutes left to go in the game, Connors State, trailing by 13, started to chip away, and they finally got the lead at the last second. Daytona State still had a chance to win it. They fell short, and the Cardiac Cowboys continue their run at Hutch, winning this one 66-65. Let's go ahead and look at the team stats here. For both teams, Connors State was 23 of 55 from the field. Daytona State was 24 of 63. Connors State was 6 of 18 from behind the arc, while Daytona State was 9 of 29. So Daytona State shot about 38% from the floor and 31% from the three-point line. Connors State stayed within their game plan. It was able to pull out another surprise victory. That's 3 upsets in a row for Connors State. And ESPN Plus have nicknamed them the Cardiac Cowboys. Free throw wise, Connors State was 14 of 21, while Daytona State was 8 of 13 from the field. Daytona State won the rebounding battle 43-35, and they tied in terms of turnovers with 17 apiece. Daytona State capitalized a little bit more on those turnovers with 25 points off the turnovers compared to 17 for Connors State. They led in the fast breaks 12-7 and bench points 22-17. And again, they led by as many as 13 points, and Connors State only led by as much as 6. But Connors State led where it mattered most, and that was at the end of the game. First half stats for the Cowboys. They were led by Edwin Daniel, who's 2 of 4 from the field, had 4 rebounds, 2 block shots, and had 6 points. Ethan Dietz and Jeremiah Johnson each had 4 points. Johnson was 2 of 2 from the field and had 2 steals. Kevin Stumblefield was 0 of 3, but he did have 3 rebounds. DJ Dormu, the hero from Monday night and top play, ESPN top play winner that night. He was 1 of 6. Quiet night for him starting out. And Arik Walls came off the bench for the Cowboys, 2 of 3 shooting, 5 points there. For Daytona State, they were led by Tyrese Lacey, who was 3 of 5 shooting from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc. Had 3 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He finished with 8 points. And then you had Jalen Payne, who was 2 of 6 from the field, had 4 rebounds and 6 points. Isaac Dorcas was 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc, had 2 steals and 5 points there. Dalen Diaz, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, and 5 points there. Again, they led by 5. Daytona State led by 5 at the break, but second half things started to change. Daytona State, once again, they extended their lead a little bit and led by as many as 13 before Connors State came back. Jeremiah Johnson, quiet in the second half. He finished with 2 points in the second half. DJ Dormu, who, once again, he was quiet in the first half. He exploded in the second half for 13 points off of 5 of 10 shooting performance, including 3 trays and 2 assists. Edwin Daniel was 2 of 4 from the field, had 6 of 12 from the foul line. He's a transfer from Hutchinson Community College, so he played on that home floor last year, and he came up big with crucial free throws there at the end as well. He finished with 11 points. Arik Walls was 3 of 5 from the field. He finished with 8 points as well. Again, Connors State, the duo of Daniel and Dormu helped the Cowboys with the win here. Tyrese Lacey finished out a great performance of a 3 of 8 shooting performance in the second half for 7 points. Jalen Payne was 3 of 5 from the field. He had 6 points. Isaac Dorcas was 2 of 9 from the field. He had 5 points as well. Dylan Diaz was 4 of 6, and all 4 of those field goals being from behind the arc. He finished with 12 points in the second half. Once again, Connors State being able to punch their ticket to the semifinals. First team to do that in this year's tournament. They beat and upset number 16, John A. Logan. Then they beat and upset number 1, Snow. And now they just beat number 8, Daytona State. And it will be interesting to see if they can keep this momentum going, especially now that they have a day off again on Thursday, to see what they're able to do on Friday. The second game pitted the 2 seed Cowley against the number 7 seed Trinity Valley in this one. And it was the Cardinals of Trinity Valley able to survive in this one as they trailed by 3 at the break at 28-25. And able to battle back and forth between both teams. Again, Trinity Valley led by like 7 or 8 with a minute left to play, and Cowley was able to cut it down to 1 point. Cowley had a couple different chances at the end there to have a tip in, especially once Trinity Valley threw the ball out of bounds. And with 5 seconds left, so Cowley had a chance to drive the length of the floor. They laid it up, missed. The tip back did not go. Remnants of their Triton game, except did not go in Cowley's favor this time around. So let's go ahead and look at some stats here from both teams. Cowley was 21 of 49 from the field, while Trinity Valley was 24 of 55. So both shot about evenly. Trinity Valley a little bit better, but Cowley survived the onslaught by the Cardinals from behind the arc. They were 7 of 22, while Trinity Valley only netted 1 3. Cowley also got to the line a lot more, 11 of 20 from the foul line, while Trinity Valley was 12 of 14. Trinity Valley won the rebounding battle 32-27. But Cowley won the turnover battle 16-17. They turned those 17 turnovers into 17 points, while Trinity Valley only scored 10 points off of the turnovers from the Cougars. Points in the paint favored the Cardinals 36-22 in that way, and bench points 18-6 as well. Both teams led by double digits throughout the game. And again, Trinity Valley just able to survive and hang on in this one. First half stats. First for the Cardinals of Trinity Valley. They did not have a standout starter. Garrett Nichols was 1 of 5 from the field. It was a 3, and he had 2 free throws. He led all starters with 5 points. Cameron Williams and Cameron Johnson had 4 points apiece. Johnson was 2 of 3 from the field, while Williams was 2 of 4 from the field. It was Zato Lubach was 3 of 4 from the field, and he had 8 points for the Cardinals that led their scoring off the bench. For Cowley, they were led by Samari Huey, who was 2 of 4 from the field. He had 7 points. Aquarius Jones was 2 of 7 from the field. He had 4 points. And Marcus Ziegler was 3 of 5 from the field. He had 6 points as well. Again, Cowley relied heavily on their starters to do 95% of their scoring. Marcus Whitlock Jr. was 2 of 5. He had 5 points. So once again, Cowley not getting a lot of help off the bench. Now, second half wise, we see we see Tyler Smith for Trinity Valley lead the way with 12 points. He was 4 of 7 from the field and 4 of 4 from the foul stripe. That turned out to be huge for them. He finished with 12 points. Cameron Williams was 5 of 5 from the field, and he had 10 points to go along with 5 rebounds in the second half. And then MJ Wardlow was 3 of 5 from the field for the Cardinals. He finished with 6 points in the second half. For Cowley, it was Marcus Whitlock Jr. who busted out with a 5 of 9 shooting performance, 4 of 8 from behind the arc, had 2 rebounds and 17 points. Ziegler here was 2 of 3 from the field. He had 7 points, but Huey and Jones disappeared for Cowley in the second half. Huey was 2 of 6 with only 4 points in the second half. And no bench support once those two kind of disappeared. I know they battled foul trouble a little bit, but once again, just not having any bench support for your team killed the Cowley Cougars in this one. But yeah, Trinity Valley was able to pull out a huge win in that one, and they will take on the winner of Vincennes Panola in the second semifinal game on Friday. They get a day off as well. Everybody gets a day off if you advance to the semifinals here on Thursday. In the third game of the day, had Angelina taking on South Plains. South Plains being one of the blue bloods that have been here before. Angelina, one of the new kids on the block, both from the state of Texas, and it was a good old battle for Texas in this one, as South Plains was able to hold on and win 79-70 in this one. They trailed at half 36-33 against Angelina. Let's go ahead and look at the first half stats for the Roadrunners of Angelina. Chris Carpenter led the way with a 4 of 7 shooting performance. He had 13 points. And then you had Jordan Matthews, who was 3 of 4 from the field and 3 of 4 from the foul line. He had 9 points. And then off the bench, it was Kyle Morgan, who was 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. He had 9 points for the Roadrunners. For the Texans of South Plains, Arturo Morris was 5 of 9 shooting from the field. He had 4 rebounds and 11 points, while Caleb Blackwell was 2 of 4 shooting from the field, had 7 points as well. And it was Dieter Milong, who was 2 of 4 shooting from the field, and he had 4 points off the bench for South Plains in the first half. In the second half, it was Kanan Holder for Angelina that tried to keep them in the game, 4 of 8 shooting from the field, having 12 points, while Jordan Matthews was 3 of 10 shooting from the field. He had 7 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds for them. Christian Jones was 2 of 8 shooting from the field, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, and he had 6 points. It just was not enough as the Roadrunners fell to South Plains in this one. Isaac Tavares was 5 of 7 from the field here in the second half, and he finished with 10 points, 3 rebounds as well. Caleb Blackwell in the second half stepped up. He was 2 of 4 from the field, but 6 of 8 from the foul line, having 2 rebounds and 3 assists. He finished with 11 points in the second half. IJ Erzma was 2 of 4 from the field, 5 of 6 from the foul line, having 7 rebounds, and he finished with 9 points in the second half as well. As Jalen Ricks was 2 of 3 from behind the arc, and he had 7 points for South Plains. Let's go ahead and look at some team stats as well. Here, Angelina was 24 of 58 from the field, while South Plains was 27 of 59, almost 50% for South Plains. South Plains woke up in the second half and was able to hit threes. They were 6 of 16 for the game, while Angelina was 8 of 21. Free throw wise, South Plains knocked them down 19 of 28 compared to Angelina's 14 of 21. South Plains also won the rebounding battle 41-27, and but turned the ball over 16 times compared to Angelina's 14. Angelina was able to turn those 16 turnovers into 21 points, but South Plains dominated inside the paint 38-20 there. Both teams only had 13 bench points, and you see the largest lead. There was 1 tie and 4 lead changes in this one. And South Plains will once again head to the semifinals, and they will take on the Cardiac Cowboys of Connors State in the first semifinal on Friday. Again, all these teams have a day off Thursday. It was built into the schedule with this new format. So South Plains and Connors State get a day off on Thursday. And the final game of the night pitted Vincennes against Panola in a really great battle to the end. Vincennes and Panola both were tied at 40 at the break. Then Panola goes on a huge run to open up the second half, and Vincennes just could never recover as Panola wins this one 75-67 in the final quarterfinal game. So Panola will go ahead and take on Trinity Valley in this one in the semifinals on Friday night. Let's go ahead and look at some stats for both teams. Vincennes shot 50% from the floor, 22 of 44, 6 of 11 from behind the arc, good for 54.5%, while Panola was 22 of 58, good for 37.9%, and 14 of 36 by three-pointers. Free throw wise as well, they went to the line a lot more, 17 of 32 there as well. It was here that the turnovers just killed the Trailblazers, 14-5. At one point, it was 12-2 in the first half. So even though Vincennes shot the ball really well, it was the fact that Panola lived and died by the three here, and the fact that they only turned the ball over 5 times is the reason they're moving on to the semifinals. As you look at the rebounding battle, it was tied at 34 as well. So, yeah, really close game all the way around. Panola just able to hit some shots coming out of that break to get the lead and never look back on that one. As you look at the fouls, 17-19 as well. Bench scoring, Panola lived and died, or had a double-digit advantage there as well, 24-12. Points in the paint, Vincennes dominated, 30-12. In second chance points, Panola 8-2 as well. So again, a lot of great games going on in the quarterfinals. Nothing more than you should expect around this time of the year. Let's go ahead and look at individual scoring first for the Ponies of Panola, as Waco Temesa was 7 of 15 shooting from the field, all of it from behind the arc, and he finished with a team high 24 points. Travis Toran was 5 of 11 shooting from the field, 4 of 9 from behind the arc. He had 16 points. In Cole Thurman was 4 of 16 from the field, had 12 assists and 2 rebounds. He finished with 13 points. And CJ Warsham was 3 of 4 from the field, 4 of 6 from the foul line, had 7 rebounds and 10 points. So yeah, those 4 were your big scores for the Ponies. For Vincennes, they were led by LeBron Thomas, who was 5 of 7 from the field, 7 of 8 from the foul line, had 6 rebounds and 7 assists. He finished with 17 points, which I believe ESPN announcers are correct. That puts him as the 39th player in Vincennes history to score 1,000 points in their career. Then you have Travell Bryson, who was 5 of 7 from the field, all from behind the arc, and was 2 of 2 from the foul line, grabbed 3 rebounds. He finished with 17 points as well. Brian Akonmu was 5 of 12 from the field, had 6 rebounds and 5 assists. He finished with 10 points. And again, everybody else played well for Vincennes. Everybody played well for Panola. Again, it's just one of those games where turnovers kill you, and especially in the quarterfinals, you can't lose that turnover battle by 9 and still expect to win this ballgame. So congratulations to the Ponies, as they will take on region rival Trinity Valley in the second semifinal on Friday. So yeah, 4 really great games in the quarterfinals. Couldn't expect anything less from this tournament. and everybody has a day off tomorrow, Thursday, and everybody will play on Friday. Let's go ahead and look at the Final Four one last time, as we only have one team that played on day one is back into the Final Four, and that's Connors State. Again, they'll play the opening game of the semifinals against South Plains, 6:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Central Time there at Hutch, and then Panola and Trinity Valley to follow. It could happen that South Plains and any of these two teams over here play each other, so it would be an all-Texas battle for the championship. Again, it's been a wonderful tournament. Some upsets and a lot of close games, and that's all you can really ask for as a basketball fan. That's going to do it for today's episode. I will see you all on Friday to recap the Final Four. Until then, peace.